have 2 more minutes with Paul McCartney. We're here in London. This is VH1. You have been a star to us Americans for like half your life. You've been a star since the shooting of John Kennedy and John Lennon. How do you feel about America? Do you feel like it's advanced yet barbarian in a way?
The thing about America is that it's different from everywhere. It is the land of the free. It's, you know, I mean, it only dawned on me recently that, you know, give me your huddled masses, give me all the people. That whole idea that America was going to take everyone else's oppressed, it's a fairly big idea, fairly strong idea. I think when you're dealing with those forces and you let everyone be kind of free in a democracy, you're going to get some craziness. So there is a feeling over here that, you know, craziness shows up sometimes in American society. But I think it's in every society, you know. I just think you're freer. It just shows more in your society. There's more of you, for one.
You live in Scotland?
No, I don't, actually. I live in the country down south here.
Would you ever move the family to the States?
Not really, just because I'm very British and my wife likes living here and stuff. And it is a little bit slower pace of life here, and I'm bringing the kids up. We love America, love to visit America like mad, you know, so we're always over there. I do love it, but I don't think I'd like to live there.
Working with Elvis Costello on Flowers in the Dirt, was it like collaborating with John?
A little bit. There were a couple of little similarities, you know, that there were one or two sort of little moments where I thought, wow, you know, this is very like John, and I almost had to warn him off. I said, look, you know, people are going to say we're just copying me and John. But it was very nice. I enjoyed it, you know, and the similarities I found between him and John were very pleasant. It was a nice way to work.
Elvis Presley reportedly shot out a TV screen when he saw Robert Goulet on TV. Is there anybody who would appear on the screen you'd like to shoot out?
Oh, I don't know.
Paul?
I don't know. Who would I like to shoot out? No,
can I give you some initials?
Really.
MJ?
Yeah. Oh, no, come on.
No,
come
I'm
on.
not going to try to get you.
No, really. I mean, you know, if we've had our sort of differences, there's nothing like that. You know? I mean, I think, you know, I still admire Michael and stuff. He's a great guy, you know. It's, I don't have any bad feelings towards him.
Pick up the phone. Call Paul. We're going to take a short break. We're in London. Yes, we are. Bobby Rivers back in London with Paul McCartney. Thank you for joining us. What's your favorite Beatles tune? Mine is If I Fell. I have it on my answering machine, but I don't want him to sue me. I love that song. You'll have some new favorites when you purchase, and you better, Flowers in the Dirt, Paul McCartney's new album. Some good tunes on this.
Kind of Crazy Eddies?
I like that.
Get down there today.
A very good one. And now, we've got you ready to take a few phone calls from your fans?
Yeah, sure am, yeah.
Okay, caller, a very lucky person. Caller, are you there? What's your name? Where are you from? Thank you for calling Paul.
Thank you. My name's Mark Hawkins. I'm from Long Beach, California. Hello, Paul.
Hi, Mark.
How are you?
All right, man. How you doing?
I'm doing just fine, thank you. I know you're quite a family man. My question is, how many children do you have living with you? And do any of them wish to follow you into the music business?
Well, I've got 2 living with me. One who's a boy aged 11, and the other who's a girl aged 17. She's into, like, fashion design at the moment, and my son's just like into, you know, football and school and stuff. He's too young, really. And gardening.
And gardening? It's a
all
regular
things. I mean, that's amazing, isn't it? A kid age 11 into gardening. But they're quite musical. Both of them are quite musical. But I've always said that I'd never really push them into music because it's quite a hard business, you know. But if they start to want to do it and, you know, really get keen on it, then I'd help them. So at the moment, we'll wait and see.
Thanks for your call.
Well, they wouldn't have a bad producer working for them.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, buddy.
Well, listen, thanks for all the great songs, Paul.
Okay, Marcus. See you, boy.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
If one of your children decided to go into the business, can you teach someone about the pitfalls of the business, or do you just have to say, okay, well, experience it, you'll learn for yourself?
Well, you know, that's what I say. If they want to go in it badly enough, I'll be able to teach them some of the pitfalls. You know, you can teach them some of them, but some of them, they got to fall down themselves.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like that with life. Caller, what's your name? Where are you from? Thank you for calling Paul.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi, my name is Joe Johnson. I'm calling from Kingsport, Tennessee.
Kingsport, Tennessee.
Hi.
Uh-huh.
And what's your question, please?
Yes, I was reading an interview with Brian Wilson in the December issue of Goldmine magazine, and he said he'd like to do some recording with Paul, and I was wondering what you thought about that.
Give him my number. Tell him to come on down. Tell him I want to see him. Brian, I want to see you down here, boy. Right away. I love him, actually, old Brian Wilson. I love Pet Sounds. That was one of my favorite albums. So
Yeah, mine too.
really some genius work on that. I haven't seen him for a while, though, but give him my number.
Okay, will you do that? Will you give him Paul's number? I think that's a yes. Thank you for calling. Have a nice life. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Who are
Bye-bye.
musicians that you've seen videos? If you've seen any contemporary music videos, have any of them featured somebody you say, I've got to work with him. I've got to work with her.
Well, I don't think so, really. You know, I've got enough work on at the moment to be looking, you know, not to be looking kind of... there are a lot of people I like, but I suppose, unlike a lot of people, I kind of like to just sit back and enjoy them and be entertained by them. I don't kind of sit there and think, oh, I've got to work with him. Don't necessarily think any kind of professional thoughts when I'm watching TV.
Okay.
I mean, I watch it to switch off, man. Yeah.
You did? Oh,
I
don't
sure
switch
do.
off our
No, I mean,
network.
switch my mind off. It's a bit of a goggle box for me, I must
A
admit.
goggle box.
A goggle box,
I
as we
like
call
that.
it
I
over
like
here.
that word. Okay. Hey, viewer, where are you from? What's your name? Do you have a goggle box?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know I was on.
That's
Yeah, my
okay.
name's Joe Friedman. I'm calling from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
From Philly. What's your question for Paul?
Well, first off, I wanted to say to Paul, I'm one of your biggest fans. I'm near the uppermost of the uppermost.
Cheeky boy.
And I'd like to ask you, out of the thousands of questions that I wish I could ask you, have you, George, and Ringo ever discussed the possibility of getting together for just one reunion session and possibly having Julian Lennon sitting in for his dad?
Yeah, well, the truth is what happens is if ever there's a big sort of thing like Live Aid or more recently this football disaster we had over here, that rumor starts up because people think, oh, here's a good reason why they'll get together. I think really, you know, the real thing about it is that, believe it or not, after 20 years, we've still got some business worries and some sort of business things to do with Apple. You wouldn't think it after 20 years. But basically what we're trying to do is get all that cleared up. And then, I mean, I really think it could be some very interesting things. We had a film that we've been trying to do for a long time called Long and Winding Road.
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
You know, so what I'd like to do basically is in two parts. You know, get rid of our business stuff once and forever, because I say it's 20 years, a long time to have that messing around. But then maybe finish up this film we've been trying to do, and then another exciting possibility. I was talking to George, and we realized we've never written together, me and George. So that would be an exciting possibility. But the thing is, I won't do it till we've finished our business differences, because I know I'll be sitting in some room with some lawyer saying, you should have done that. You know, and I'm not up for that. So I'm hoping that we can clear this stuff up, because I could see some very interesting things in the future, actually.
Oh, for sure. And you figure, Paul, you know, fans from all over the world would love to see such a gathering again for, you know, nostalgic purposes and so forth.
Well, I can't promise you anything, but it's a nice idea.
Well, we'll keep our fingers crossed, right, buddy?
Well, that's for sure.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for calling.
Okay, and thank you. Take care, Paul.
Okay, man. Same to you.
Does it seem like that gets to be the maddening part of the business when lawyers and other business people get involved and can actually put a wedge in between artistic, put a wedge in the art?
That's how it happens, you know. As you know, I'm sure you've come up against certain things. You know, everyone does. In our case, obviously, we've come up against bigger stuff than most people come up against in a lifetime. But you can't really blame the lawyers. You know, they're kind of hired to sort of defend each side and stuff. But I do remember once I was in New York quite a few years ago, and I was talking to John about this, and he said, do people turn you against me like people turn me against you? And I think he was talking about sort of advisors and various people. It does happen, you know, because it's a vested interest for them to keep the whole thing going.
Well, you've got a lot of people who are interested in you. We're going to continue this, going to take a little break, and people can call Paul here in London, VH1. We'll be back.